Between 66–73 AD, Jewish rebels warred against the Roman Empire in the First Jewish Revolt. Titus, the Roman general and future emperor, dealt a decisive blow against the rebellion with a months-long siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD. Titus / coins of the First Jewish Revolt / Josephus / captured Jewish rebel / as Passover celebrations began. Titus surrounded Jerusalem with till 50,000 soldiers. The timing allowed Titus to trap 300,000 according to Eusebius people within Jerusalem's walls. As the city's food supply dwindled, people starved and quarreled. Destruction of the temple. 70 AD. After 21 weeks of siege, Jerusalem fell. The city and temple were razed, and a small remnant of Jewish survivors became Roman slaves. This major turning point in history marked the end of Jewish sacrificial worship, the start of rabbinic Judaism, and coincides with the writing of the earliest Gospel of Jesus Christ, the Gospel of Mark / 70 AD. The Arch of Titus in Rome. According to modern scholarly consensus, there are two likely dates for the crucifixion of Jesus: April 7, 30 AD and April 3, 33 AD. Why did Mark wait for decades to write about Jesus? Why did the Gospel writers wait so long to preserve such important events for posterity? Sano di Pietro, the crucifixion / first c. fragment of Mark. It's possible that the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD was the catalyst for the Gospel writers, because Jesus may have predicted the event with disturbing accuracy. The Gospel of Matthew 12:39-41 and the Gospel of Luke 11:29-30 recount a strange warning given by Jesus to the Jewish hegemony after they demand from him a heavenly sign. Jesus tells them they will get the sign of Jonah. The Ninevites, who repented, will rise up and condemn them, and that as Jonah was a sign to the Ninevites, so Jesus will be to them. Jonah in Nineveh waiting to see what will happen by Martin van Heemskerk. Quick summary of Jonah. Jonah, a prophet, is commanded to warn the city of Nineveh of impending destruction if they don't repent within 40 days. He sails toward Nineveh, gets swallowed by a whale for 3 days, walks for 3 days to Nineveh, delivers the 40-day ultimatum. The city repents, and the city is spared. So, in Matthew 12:39-41 and Luke 11:29-30, Jesus is telling the most powerful men in Jerusalem that, as Jonah warned Nineveh to repent, I, Jesus, am warning you, Jerusalem, to repent. To Nineveh repented within 40 days and was spared, but you, Jerusalem, will not repent within 40 days, and therefore you will be destroyed. Often, in Jewish scriptures, especially in prophecies, day means year principle. For example, when Jacob agreed to 7 years of labor to marry Rachel, he fulfilled her week. A few prophecy examples. Daniel 9:24-27, the 70 weeks prophecy is 490 years, 70 weeks of years. Numbers 14:34, Philip commands the Israelites to wander for 40 years as a penalty for the 40 days the spies spent exploring Canaan. Ezekiel 4:5-6, the prophet is instructed to lay on his side for 390 days and 40 days to symbolize 390 years and 40 years of punishment for Israel and Judah, respectively. Jacob meets Rachel Irwin Spector. Jesus was crucified on April 7 Passover 30 AD. Then Titus' destruction of Jerusalem began exactly 40 years later on April 13 Passover 70 AD. To surviving witnesses of Jesus, the precise timing of Jerusalem's destruction would scarcely be interpreted as coincidence. Many former doubters would see Jesus in a new light, the true Messiah. This may explain the decades-long gap between Jesus' life and the writing of the Gospels. It may also explain the numerous detailed discrepancies among the 4 Gospels, resulting from eyewitness accounts of 40-year-old events. Also, according to Eusebius, the church in Jerusalem, having been warned by a divine revelation, fled to the city of Pella and escaped Titus' siege. Maybe they knew about the sign of Jonah from the ecclesiastical history of Eusebius.